A mistake made with good in your heart is still a mistake, but it is one for which you must forgive yourself. Linda Sue Park. One who makes no mistakes makes nothing. Giacomo Casanova. Mistakes are a part of being human, precious life lessons that can only be learned the hard way, unless it's a fatal mistake, which at least others can learn from. Al Franken. Show me a person who has never made a mistake, and I'll show you someone who has never achieved much. Joan Collins. You see, the best thing about wrong decisions is that they don't prevent you from making the right decisions later on. It's harder, but it's not impossible. Siobhan Vivian. You make mistakes. Mistakes don't make you. Maxwell Maltz. The ability to learn from mistakes is a sign of intelligence. The willingness to admit ignorance is a sign of wisdom. Dr. T.P. Chia. It's human to make mistakes, and some of us are more human than others. Ashley Brilliant. The best way to prevent repeatedly echoing past mistakes is to operate as if your emotional pathology is always in play unless proven otherwise, not vice versa. Alan Robert Neal. I never made a mistake in my life. I thought I did once, but I was wrong. Charles M. Schultz. It's only those who do nothing that make no mistakes, I suppose. Joseph Conrad. If you're making mistakes, it means you're out there doing something. Neil Gaiman. Don't dwell on what went wrong. Instead, focus on what to do next. Spend your energies on moving forward toward finding the answer. Dennis Waitley. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. George Bernard Shaw. Nothing is a mistake. There's no win and no fail. There's only make. Corita Kent. An expert is a person who has made all the mistakes that can be made in a very narrow field. Niels Bohr. It's not a problem to make a mistake while learning. The problem is not learning from the mistake. Phyla Dittrich. To failure at something is an attempt to succeed. Be strong and try again. Leila Gifty Akita. Don't forgive people until they understand their mistakes. M.F. Moonsager. Regret for not learning, not for the mistakes you did. Gabriel. But it's important to acknowledge that while we may make mistakes, in the long run, we may also learn from them. Sarah Dessen. Every mistake committed is a learning opportunity. Santosh Kalwar. Every time there is a mistake, learn from it, change the plan, and keep moving forward. Pooja Agnihotri. Making mistakes is not a serious issue. However, making again that raises questions. Ehsan Segal. Remember that stupidity in some cases, like the universe, can be endless. K.A. Savastano. If someone makes a mistake and you still want them in your life, then forgive them. R.J. Intindola. You cannot improve your future if you are not willing to try something new and risk making mistakes and learning from them. Robert Kiyosaki. The most valuable thing you can make is a mistake. You can't learn anything from being perfect. Adam Osborne. It is the highest form of self-respect to admit our errors and mistakes and make amends for them. Dale E. Turner. It was when I found out I could make mistakes that I knew I was on to something. Ornette Coleman. Life is just the same as learning to swim. Do not be afraid of making mistakes, for there is no other way of learning how to live. Alfred Adler. Those who aren't making mistakes probably aren't making anything. Samuel Smiles. It's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are our teachers. They help us to learn. John Bradshaw.